sip our worries away, nice and slow. Your laughter ripples like sweet warm wine. In this jazzy sultry space you're mine. The saxophone croons a velvet tune, while melodies dance beneath the moon. We'll toast to moments both grand and small, in this hazy, lazy, jazz-touched hall. But let's sit together in the mellow night. We'll drink to love till the morning light. Every glass we raise a promise true. Here's to the magic in a drink with you. Your eyes, they sparkle with every click. Sweet rendezvous over a simple drink. We'll share our secrets in whispers low, just you and me where the jazz flows slow. The world outside fades into the mist, but here it's our own dreamy tryst. With each sip our worries drift away. Let's stay together till the break of day. So let's sit together in the mellow night. We'll drink to love till the morning light. Every glass we raise a promise true. Here's to the magic in a drink with you.
The following live stream has been approved for appropriate audiences. It may contain occasional strong language and may not be suitable for younger or more sensitive viewers. Viewer inebriation is advised, though not mandatory.
About 2 weeks ago, my good friend Tony invited me to Stark Tower to hang out and chat and have a few drinks. Tonight, he's done me the honor of coming down to Last Call to have a few drinks with all of us. Folks, you're gonna feel he's a cool exec with a heart of steel, but he's got the greatest armor. So top off your glasses, tell me what you're sipping on in the chat, and we'll get this Canarble Wagon rolling right now.
Last Call is streamed before a live audience.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Salute and welcome. Welcome, everybody. So glad you are all here. I hope you like the new addition to the intro. If the YT overlords don't strike it down, it may become a regular part of it. I don't want to keep our very, very special guest waiting too long, but he does require an introduction, and I am going to do it by way of an a cappella song. Tony Stark makes you feel he's a cool exec with a heart of steel. As Iron Man, all jets ablaze, he fights and he smites with repulsor rays. Amazing armor, that's Iron Man. Amazing armor, that's Iron Man. Let's get him in here. Welcome, Tony. Thank you so much for being here. How are you, my friend?
Doing quite well. Well, you got a great homage, but I like this one a little better. Tony Stark fights the woke. He's a cool exec with full of jokes. As Iron Man, he will judge. Send Kathleen and Kurtzman holding a grudge. He will save Marvel. Yes, he can. All of pop culture, that's Iron Man.
So before we get too into it, Tony, how do you feel about this whole Robert Downey as Doom thing? Yeah, that's how I feel too. I'm not sure, man. I am not so sure. We'll talk about that and so very much more. But first, I better get my staff in here because I'm already halfway through my martini and I may not be able to function much. So let me start by bringing the bouncer in, the lovely Netter of Netter's Network. How you doing, my dear? What you sipping?
Well, I actually haven't made my alcoholic beverage for tonight. So I'm currently sipping on Meyer brand drinking water.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Isn't she beautiful? She is just the absolute best. You know who else is pretty awesome is this guy here, Aged Boomer. Aged Boomer, how you doing, my friend? What you sipping on?
Oh, I ain't doing so well. As you know earlier, I told you I had 6 Harvey Wallbangers and 24 raw oysters with Tabasco sauce.
Oh,
And I feel like they're going to come up right about now.
Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. Yeah, there you go. See, he knows. Oh, yeah. Just like after Taco Tuesday. Oh my goodness. Boomer, I know you're a bourbon kind of guy, but you gotta moderate, okay? I need you to be my my designated driver, otherwise I'm not going to be able to end this stream. You never.
Fine, it's fine. I'm fine.
Okay. If you need to go get yourself a booze sponge, oh yeah. See, that'll kind of
You need some ginger beer.
Yeah.
Ginger beer would be better, yes.
Let me
ginger beer. Oh.
Well, yeah, exactly
Sucker.
Right. Let's say hi to the chat, starting with the beautiful and encouraging Lady Mist, dropping the blue emojis for Netter because she knows that encourages her. But she still says hi to the host. Thank you so much, Lady Mist. You are wonderful. As is FKHC 2005, whom we lovingly know as Tim. Absolutely. And Ruby Hoove, who starts out the stream by gifting a last call membership. Thank you so much, Ruby Hoove, which went to DJRonnieG, who may or may not be here tonight, but he has already been tagged in the description below. Remember, one of the little perks of membership is not only are you listed in the credits as a producer, but you are listed in the description of the video below and tagged so people can go and follow you on YouTube because together we grow. Curtis Selby, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. The Tired Midnight Blogger himself. Make sure you subscribe to his brand new channel, Nothing to See Here Citizen. YouTube has done him dirty on this ID, and he can't get monetized, so he's starting all over again.
Terrible shame.
Well, you know how it goes. And of course, Netter, who's sitting right across from me, says I'm the love of her life. I hope so, even after a couple of these. See. And Connie Cleary, the bird woman of YouTube. Welcome, Connie. So good to see you. I'm so glad you are here. JPRPH1 dropping those membership emojis like the Canarble Wagon, the black fedora, the channel logo, and of course the brown mumbler, which I told you the whole history of a couple weeks back. Big Al Presents Films with Friends raid. Oh, thank you. That's right. You guys were watching Friday the 13th, the final chapter tonight. Yeah. I hope that was wonderful. Hope you didn't complain too much about the fact that
did somebody say Friday the 13th?
Yup. Nice.
Not a fan. Scary stuff.
Salute to Jacen Voorhees. Did you leave out milk and cookies for Jacen last night?
I did.
See. You gotta
mean,
do that.
I made a cake.
You did make a
my
cake.
intestines are still wrapped around, a honey spoke. But I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
He's still giving you the thumbs up though for leaving the cookies out.
Absolutely. Hey, married couple here, not a couple teenagers, doing something we shouldn't do. We're probably not going to have to worry too much about Jacen, but you never know. Deleted Scenes is here. Salute, my friend. Greetings from the Panhandle, aka South Georgia. Welcome, Mark Dahley. Good to see you, my friend. And thank you so much to Mr. House Party 6 over on Netter's channel for the $10 super chat. You are, of course, absolutely wonderful. We appreciate you. Thank you. Aged Boomer, because he got tired of waiting for me. He had to go say hi in the chat. Channel member Outlaw Bill, welcome, my friend. Make sure you're following him for those Western cinemas and all the other karaoke nights that he does. A lot of great stuff over on his channel. Geek Flag with Nate Knows. I made it raining and I made it home. Well, I'm glad you're home safely. That's good. I made it. It's raining. Yes, exactly. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. Let's go. We are going. So glad you are here, my friend. Always wonderful to see you in the chat. May the Schwartz work. Yes, I hope so.
May the Schwartz be with you.
There you go. Absolutely. Let's see. I'm going to go through these real quick because I don't want to miss nobody. Like Enigma Severus. Haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Good to see ya. Greetings. Good to see everyone, he says. Yes, it's good to see you as well. Mark Daly. Yeah. If I miss a comment that you really wanted me to see, better shout, because I'm kind of going through really quick. The chat is really jumping tonight. Looks like someone borrowed Fan Man's soundboard. That would be this guy here. He's got a great soundboard. He's the entertainment for tonight. I'm just the host, Oysters from the Gulf haven't been right since the spill. Boomer might as well have been chugging 10W40. There you go. You go. As a member, Troy also gives out a bottle of Jack Daniels. There you go.
Dana.
Well, that's for the VP members. So Deleted and Lester San Jose. We'll work that out for you. Of course, when he says bottle, he means those little ones you get on the airplane. So good to see you. Sorry, I have not been joining chats too much. Been chatting up my needed films. It's fine. And I was talking about Nothing to See Here, Citizen. There it is. Go make sure you're following him on this channel. Tim Hayes, welcome. Another wonderful channel member, toy enthusiast, and good friend. Glad to see you here, buddy. And how bad can Friday the 13th be? It's still a Friday. Monday the 13th is the day you want to look out for. Then again, Dan Marino, Kurt Warner, and Lance Parrish all wore 13, so how unlucky can it be? Well, I'll tell you something. The name is Troy Pacelli. You know that vowel at the end of my name that tells you that I am an American of Italian descent, and you will find a lot of Italians wearing the number 13 on a gold chain around their neck, because for Italians, the number 13 is a lucky number. Why that is, I don't know. Never done a deep dive on the lore. I'll have to look into it someday. And Curtis is dropping that link to his channel. You can just go ahead and click on that and follow him. I would appreciate it if you did. And Tim Hayes celebrated 8 months of membership. It's going very well, my friend, especially since you are here. Thank you.
Oi,
Mr.
Mr. Houseparty just became a member. He's one of my orchid gits.
He is wonderful. He really is. He's a huge supporter over on Netter's channel. Just be careful, man. You know, she's my wife. I guard her jealously, but I do thank you so much. You are a great and wonderful supporter. I did not know that you were expecting me for tomorrow. I'm not sure that I'll be able to make it tomorrow, Wade. I hope to. I will try to, but I'm not 100% certain. I can't make any promises. Troy, did you see Hasbro has had a fan stream earlier today? I Am Your Father's Day. Well, I did not actually watch it, but I did catch Bosk's Bounty's summation of it. Very interested in that Darth Vader TIE fighter, and that they are going to put out a new stock of those Cantina 4-pack that I've been complaining about. We'll see. We'll see about that. And I think that catches me up. Well, speaking of catching up, I know, right? This is not a bad problem to have when you have so many friends in the chat to acknowledge. Let's face it, that's what it's all about, is them. But speaking of catching up, we have some catching up to do. Tony, for my peeps here who just may not have been able to get over to your channel 10 days ago when I was hanging out with you. By the way, I do have that saved in my playlist. My guest appearances. You can always go check that out and see where I've been on other channels. But I, of course, beseeched everyone at that time, make sure that you are subscribed to Stark of Iron, and I'm going to do so again. Link in the description below to his channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, you hit that notification bell so you know when he goes live. Speaking of when you go live, Tony, why don't you tell the folks, when do you usually go live?
Well, do you want the expedited version, or do you want the simple?
We've got 2 hours. Take your time.
Oh, we've got 2 hours. So that means we're on a bit of a time crunch because I want to be able to perform a few songs tonight. All right. So speaking of which, while we're on the subject, let's just go ahead and bring this to the floor.
Is this thing on? I certainly hope so. It is the Stock of Iron channel on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. The one-stop shop for your variety entertainment on the days where you cannot find variety entertainment. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here too. Join us for many more properties that are going to be shamelessly stolen from the big evil corporations such as the House of Mouse, Amazon.com, and more, and see how a fan treats certain things correctly. We fight for your pop culture, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Every Thursday afternoon, approximately around a certain time, similar to, say, I don't know, a Frolics time. We have our own variety show with our own parody songs, impersonations, character impersonations, transcript readings, puppeteering, and more. We also have an alternating Saturday schedule where we will have a bonus variety show on Saturday called Stock Saturday Matinee. We have upcoming on this Saturday, the 14th, or the 15th rather. No, the 14th, yes, 14th. Sorry, my dates are a little askew, you see. YouTube brain. But I digress. We will be having a newscast called the Starkcast, which will be starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, 5:30 Central, where you can find the next week's wrap-up of pop culture, whether it's good news, bad news, mostly bad, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. But I assure you, all of this and more can be found on the Stock of Iron channel, provided in the link in Troy Pacelli's location below.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Sorry, I have a very dramatic outro as well as an intro.
That's fine.
Arigato gozaimasu. Nothing to see here, citizen. I hope you enjoy the content.
That microphone seemed a bit stuffy, but you know.
Well, and that whole transatlantic, radio thing, that's pretty much on brand for this channel. I love that classic feel, I gotta say. but nothing to see here. Citizen has in fact subscribed to you.
Thank you, sir.
I believe that Nate, Geek Flag with Nate knows, also had subscribed to you previously. So yes, make sure you all subscribe to Tony. He pulled in a couple great subscribers for me 10 days ago when I was on his channel, and I'm hoping we can return the favor. So we have chewed some of the same ground, Tony. For example, I don't know if it was coincidence or if it prompted anything, but I had appeared recently on a certain pop culture channel that you have frequented. You want to share about that?
You must be talking about this. I don't know. I work for him. I think I got my team running proxy for myself since I'm here tonight. If you feel the earthquake a little bit at about 11:30, my guys are on it. I promise.
Well, I also hear there's a bit of a dust up going on in the Middle East too, so it could go either way, right? You know?
The man in question is none other than the future ruler of the surface of Holy Terra as soon as he emerges with his legion of atomic-powered robots, Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth.
Yes.
I am but a cog in the machine, sir.
I'll tell you what, that guy has
squid behind the force field.
He has very much kept a lot of us in this community encouraged and sane, because I'll tell you something. There were times when I was telling him, Doom, just push the button already. I give up. I quit. I'm done.
As the duly ordained minister of Harvey's Field Ops, I must recommend that you go over our 30-page pamphlet and contract agreement to ensure that you do not encourage any button pushing going forward.
Well, no. Now I do feel I did a stream. Was it last week or the week before? The time kind of blends together, especially when I'm blended. But I did do a stream where I had said the worm has turned. I do feel that I feel more optimistic than I did, say 3, 4, 5 years ago about how pop culture is going. So yeah, I'm. Sorry, Harvey. I'm kind of changing my mind about that whole pushing the button thing, but yeah,
it's just like like that Star Kiss. Sorry, Harvey, but only we can enjoy the tastes of our universe.
Exactly right. Exactly. Yes, how many of you get that?
Sorry, I'm a walking television set.
What's the best tuna? Chicken of the sea.
Chicken of the sea. If you're on a bit of a budget, you can always just, go bumblebee tuna. I love my bumblebee tuna.
I've had
bumblebee tuna. What?
But Tony, tell me what you think. Personally, I don't feel like tuna has been the same since they stopped putting dolphin meat in it. I mean, it's not the same. It's not the same.
They also increased the mercury count in it too, for preservation.
Oh, yeah, could be one or the other or both. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Good point.
I'm a tuna eater. Did you know that about me?
I'm just a tuna eater. No, I did not know that.
I like to go to the fish market too. Know what I'm saying, huh? Sorry.
Now they have the fancy tuna you can buy online. What is it? Natural catch with in the olive oil, and it's like.
Oh no! I never buy any of that fish in oil if it's not packed in water. Because you know what?
Why?
I'm very much a foodie. You can kind of tell. You can tell how fleshy I am. I'm a foodie. I want to add my own flavors to it. I want it to be in fresh spring water. And then if I want it to be infused with olive oil, or I want it to be infused with peanut oil or coconut oil, I'll do it myself in the dish that I'm making.
Okay.
That's just how I am about it. Plus, I don't trust what kind of oil are they putting it in? Is it one of those seed oils that is full
virgin olive oil? I'm just saying they.
Oh, okay.
They really talk it up on those commercials.
Yeah. Well, you know me, the vowel at the end of the name. I do like olive oil. Olio di olive. But there you go.
Right.
What is public domain?
I am, and that's what I am.
That's right. The early what was it? United Artists Syndicate or something like that. Those characters are public domain, including the first
and
appearances
they've already
of
got the
Betty Boop.
schlocky. They already got the schlocky horror spin-off for Popeye.
Oh,
I heard we talked
Sailor
about that.
Man.
On
I
DVDs.
need to do like a watch party interview of it. It's so dumb.
You know, though, you know what? Well, I've already got the membership stream poll up. I think I know what we're going to be watching on Monday. But one that I want to throw into the rotation is we need to do a watch party of the Robin Williams Popeye movie. I actually love
the good
that
one.
movie.
Yeah,
it was great. It was wonderful.
It was cheesy. It knew it was cheesy, and it ran with it. Kind of like Captain America: The First Avenger. If the movie
It was perfectly cast.
Yeah,
I mean, even as a kid, I was like, Robin Williams, he got it. You know, he even did the, sotto voce. What's the line? Well, what do you want me to call him? Baby oil? And Shelley Duvall as Olive Oil. Oh my God, she was perfect. She had the voice, she had it all. It was just, and they got Wimpy in there. They got all of that. That was just wonderful. It should have done so much better than it did. It should have it should have been a whole friggin' series. But
who was Bluto?
I don't know, but he was well cast too.
Is that
He was
Blessed, or am I confusing him with somebody else?
Who was Bluto?
It could have been. You know who would know is Deleted Scenes. He's in the chat. Maybe he'll let us know. Here's a little known fact. If you buy a can of tuna fish, that means it's 100%. But if the can just says tuna, that means it could legally blend other fish in that can. Nope. That's absolutely true. Yeah, since I made the switch over, I haven't gotten all of my my things up. I did have a video bite of that where it does the star and then it bursts into.
That's okay. My soundboard foo is obviously an operation.
You're sharp. You're sharp. Yes, but legally they can't have dolphin in it anymore.
Paul Smith, according to Connie Cleary, Paul L. Smith was Bluto. Bluto.
I wonder. And that was another missed opportunity. They could have done a whole string of shorts that was just those actors reenacting some of the cartoon sketches. That would have been brilliant too. I don't know.
Let's do the one where he grows a beanstalk and climbs all the way up to the
I remember that one. My favorite was the one, of course, Bluto and Popeye are always fighting over olive oil, and that's the one that features an old standard. I want a clean shaven man, and so they're both trying to get out to the barber to get shaved, and barber's out, so they have to shave each other. But neither one wants to help the other one because that would, and as they're fighting and they're, getting ready to slit each other's throats, they see Olive walking around with, one of the dudes from ZZ Top. And it's like, son of a gun, But anyway, yeah, that's some great stuff. But so what have you been up to lately, Tony?
I've actually done an overhaul with the channel broadcast schedule. We got Rick and Morty reviewing Rick and Morty season 8. Rick and Morty's voice.
That seems like a conflict of interest to me.
Well, you see, I represent the Rick that is from like the old days, Morty. Oh, jeez, you got him started. Shut up, Morty. you got all the over canonized and serialized crap instead of firing it off the cuff. Here he goes, kissing Justin Roiland's ass. Justin Roiland was great, Morty. And he was like, really awesome. Oh, jeez.
Funny.
So, doing that, uploading a regular short schedule, getting into some more 40K gameplay, Warhammer 40K content, alongside my variety shows and news shows. I'm still a pop culture guy, but I'm trying to expand. into things that I thoroughly enjoy doing, and hopefully,
I get it.
I mean, it's helping the channel views. I think I'm sitting at when I started this new overhaul, which I'm going to be in the recording booth when we're done here until like 6 in the morning. So
I get you. Crazy
getting
hours.
it scheduled for release. I'm going to tell you, it's 24,000 views in the last 2 weeks, almost like week and a half.
I get it. You are in the same situation I am. We both work for assholes.
Jesus Christ. And so is Stark of Iron. Wait, what? Come on now, Morty.
Oh, you never know. You never know.
Oh, jeez.
No, please. Any relation to Mikey the Mexican Iron Man, by the way?
My iron cousin, mi hermano, my friend. Yeah, he doesn't like the fact that I'm watching over Alf, though. We may be inclined to bring Alf on the show later on.
Those Melmac girls.
Oh, I am the sunshine of your life.
I tell you, I had at least, I think there were 4 of those little records that they put out. I don't remember
them. Yeah.
You do? Do you remember? Burger King. Thank you. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
I really only ever went to Burger King when they had some sort of a premium like that. Whether it was that or it was the glasses, the Star Wars glasses, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Actually, I don't remember if it was Burger King or McDonald's who had them. But yeah, I collected. I think it was Burger.
Did they do Lord of the Rings glasses?
I like how Master Swag King's like, you can be Ironheart. Oh wait, no.
Ooh.
But good thought process, I guess. You know what I'm in the mood for? I'm in the mood for a song.
Go for it.
It is Friday the 13th, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, like I said, every Thursday, that's right. You get 2 variety shows if you hang out with me on Thursday night. Because DC does the Friday thing. I do the Thursday thing. Occasionally, I do the Saturday thing. But for now, I digress. This song is actually for Friday the 13th tonight. This is to the tune of an El DeBarge number. And it is simply called Where's Jacen? Those of you who are familiar with the Short Circuit,
Yes.
I actually requested DC to sing this number tonight, but
no, disassemble.
He did not know the tune. So I guess I will have to sing it here. There she runs and goes off crying when she screams, "Where's Jacen?" Hacked and slashed, that girl is screaming when she yells out, "Where's Jacen?" We need to understand that he is people too. And slaying teens is part of his evil nature. My voice is cracked. Your heart's a tale tonight. It's time to lose your life. Where's Jacen? She asked, and hid in her usual way. Jacen, she said, I beg, don't kill me. There's Jacen, she screamed, and really tried to run away. Somehow his strides closed tight. She makes sure she has a fire axe. Hear that axe hitting Jacen. There's no way he can't be outclassed. Axe was snatched by our Jacen. I really could not help laughing to fight at her. Her surprised expression, her eyes, they got wider. I knew it from the start. He's ripping out her heart. There's Jacen, they said. Her buddy shouted out too late. Jacen, they yelled, as she's dismembered. There's Jacen, they said, and tried to run the other way. More morons to slay. I said, there he goes. He is rampaging. Better hide, cause here's Jacen. He's here and ready to chop these kids up. Jacen, she said, you make mom happy. Here's Jacen right here with his trusted machete at Camp Crystal Lake. Here's Jacen, here's Jacen, here's Jacen. Here's Jacen, here's Jacen, here's Jacen. Here's Jacen, here's Jacen, here's Jacen. There goes Jacen. Yeah, there he goes.
There you go. I gotta say, with friends like these, we'll be needing enemas.
Enemas, you'll say. Well, if we are going to have ourselves a bit of an enema, I suppose I will go get the hand drill.
Personally, there were things about that second movie I liked that just far and away were better than the first one. But I did like the first movie too. So don't get me.
What'd you like better? The guy in the wheelchair getting like a machete stuck in his head?
Oh yeah. Hey, I love the day when they had diverse casts and they didn't discriminate. Everyone could get dead.
Yes.
I'm just saying, right? Which was the Dream Warrior one? Was that the third one?
That's Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, screw it. I don't know my movies. Never mind. Stark, you're one sick puppy. Yes, he is. And that's what makes him fun. I agree. He's actually in good company here, I think.
Did somebody say sick puppy? Well,
yes.
Though I venture someplace wary, still I honker for something scary. Ghostly hauntings I call loose. Beetlejuice. Where is it? Beetlejuice. Showtime! Wait, wrong one. There we go. Hey, what's going on?
Whoa.
Well, did I come on a little strong there? Sorry about that. So, what do we got tonight, kids? Well, we got Troy here on Netter's Network. Got ourselves an age boomer. Well, let me know what you feel like after about 620 years. Know what I mean? Tell you. So, I understand that we're all drinking stuff, yeah? Maybe we should probably have ourselves a little drink. Cheers.
Cheers.
I love looking at my face as much as the next ghoul. You can, take me off the thing there.
620 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
Yeah,
I tell you.
Give or take about a few millennia. Rest in peace, Robin Williams. Hey, you owe me $5, motherfucker. I digress.
So, you's done been visited by the Wizards of Orc.
He's been visited by an orc. Wild orc, yeah. Save that guy for later.
Oh, my lads, down low, my lads.
Oh, yeah.
From the Hobbit.
He has no idea what to say. He's like, oh my God.
I got to bring that back in because that is really cool and the motion in the background and stuff. I like that. That's pretty cool.
That's not animation. That's a set that the guy behind me, whose hand is proverbially and figuratively up my ass, he made that.
You and Kermit both, from what I hear.
Sharon is Karen.
Speaking of
I'm not
Kermit,
sloppy seconds, right?
Well, I hope not.
Well, that would be a bad day for the frog. I don't think Doc Hopper's going to want those frog legs if we cross-pollinated. Know what I'm saying?
Kermit the frog with the middle finger that smells like bacon.
Yeah. Kayla. That's right.
Dude.
I know, I'm terrible.
This is a family stream.
It is?
No, I don't know.
Well, that's what I said.
Is it the Manson family?
Well, yeah, there you go. I said on my very first stream, I said, I wanted this to be a family show. Just like all of us coming together like a family at a bar. Exactly.
Where some people might know your name or whatever.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name.
And they always got you to blame. When their car has broken down, it's her crying shame. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Oh gosh, I gotta say though, that's one of those songs that have you ever heard the full version of that?
Boo Sponge.
Oh, Netter brought me a little piece of cake. Thank you, Netter.
Cake.
Hey, happy birthday. And if it ain't your birthday, happy unbirthday.
Happy unbirthday, absolutely. But yes, where everybody knows your name. Roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. And your shrink ran off to Europe. Didn't even write. And your husband wants to be a girl.
It's 2025, so it's
well, it's
correct.
yeah. You're not wrong with that. So that's the way it goes. But yeah, I had Boomer. Tony, anyone in the chat, let me know if I'm just completely off base here. I had one of those cassettes.
You're doing great.
Well, no, I still may be off base, but I had one of those cassettes that had like and it was, I don't know if it was the original artists or not, but it was all these different TV themes, but it was like the full versions. Actually, now as I recall, I think it did have the Joey Scarberry radio release of Believe It or Not, but I think that's where I first learned that song too. Yeah, Netter thinks that I'm very, very drunk, so she brought me a piece of cake. So
Believe it or not, Beat is not home. Just leave a message at the beep.
They could have done a remake of Greatest American Hero with Adam Sandler. I think that could have worked.
Well, back when Adam Sandler was funny. Fun fact, though, Netflix dropping, I think, Happy Gilmore like 30 years later. I guess everybody's going the route of Hank Hill, and just like, hey, let's just do a continuation to another crowd because we got to really keep the old people interested. We're losing money.
I do feel the Greatest American Hero got shortchanged. And when they decided to create a new pilot and go with the Greatest American Heroine, not the best title, by the way. Yes,
well, that depends on your dealer, but whatever.
Well, that's exactly my point. But I saw that pilot and it was not good, so I understand why it wasn't picked up.
Who was the Greatest American Heroine?
Some blonde girl, I can't remember. Okay. They were going with the same shtick. It was going to be Robert Culp. Was going to continue on with her. She was going to take over. She was some kind of hippie chick. It was the same kind of conservative liberal kind of dichotomy, but it was, they just didn't have the chemistry. And without what's her name? Oh darn it! Who was the girlfriend? The one with the car. I forget her name. She without her, I feel like something was really missing. So yeah, they didn't pick it up and it didn't go anywhere. I actually would have, my fan casting for like a film adaptation of The Greatest American Hero back in like the 80s, early 90s, Brandon Fraser.
Yes.
See? Right? He would have been great. I also really love that song. I love when you had great theme songs for TV shows that they released on the radio. Don't have that anymore. We've talked about that.
My bass set, by the way.
Let's bring that up so we can take a look at that. Nice.
That's my ARC substation. I just wanted to show these off since I pulled one out because I don't have a new one for Beat yet. Technically, according to the lore right now, this ARC substation is destroyed. Harvey destroyed it. That
bastard.
That was its fate before the implosion. This is whenever it was overheating.
I dig it.
Yeah, just and again, that's a miniature set, mostly kit bashed. So
that's all practical?
That's all practical, brother. Yeah.
Damn, man, you're good.
I was inspired by somebody who's still a lot better, because he's been doing it for a lot longer than I have. A name known only as Gary Ambrosia.
Gary Ambrosia is not only incredibly talented. I think between him and Andy Masterson, it's really hard. They call Andy Masterson the talented one, but honestly, Gary's got skills too.
Gary has amazing set building skills. That prison cell, absolutely.
But I gotta tell you, both of those guys, salt of the damn earth. They are people you want to hang out with, guys.
I have hung out with them twice.
Yes. Next year for MegaCon, try to meet up with us. Netter and I are going down to MegaCon again. We're gonna meet up with Age of Boomer. Age of Boomer, you got to make sure you take time off for it.
Oh.
Yeah, and
So
we're
you're
gonna
be at
hang
MegaCon?
out with all
Cool,
the folks.
because we're already doing a soft sell with everybody over at Snowdubs, as you know, I'm a puppeteer over there as well.
Huh.
And we're actually considering MegaCon in February as our puppet meetup.
Ooh.
So we will definitely coalesce if you're definitely going down there for sure.
There you go. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm hoping to get like a huge YouTube, get together type thing going on. You say soft sell, all I can think of is Tainted Love.
Do do do. Do 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 synth do do.
See, I don't know how.
Please don't copyright this claim. I know the tune and beat, and I know it sounds insane. But when I keep it in high key, I'm goading the bots. You see, the AI is fucked. So let's go ahead and press our luck. I know that it is crazy that I'm doing this right now. I'm feeling a little hazy, that booze is hitting me now. Take me home, I need another shot. Tainted Love, clip this song. Sorry, the creation engine's on fire tonight.
So one of the other things we were talking about a lot, Netter and Big Al and myself talking, and Boomer talking about with all of those rewatches we do back in the 80s, maybe a little bit into the 90s. We had soundtracks that had some great pop songs on them. They don't do that much anymore. I miss that. We just watched the members on my channel. On Monday, we watched Vision Quest. And I had forgotten how much I love that soundtrack. It's got the only Madonna song that I actually like on it. Probably because it was in that movie. Only the Young by Journey. What's that John Waite song? I'm forgetting the name of it. We just watched it on Monday. Anyway, great soundtrack. And unfortunately, Boomer, am I wrong? These are not the kinds of soundtracks with Birdman is really.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the stuff Birdman talks about, I think, is sometimes called the score. Soundtracks are typically more the music used on the album. But I remember there were a lot of big albums back in the 80s. I remember Flashdance. That was another big one.
Oh, what a feeling. Yeah, I love that movie. I was in grade school at the time. I can't remember, 7th, 8th grade. And we were doing a class project about journalism. And we were each given a different area of journalism to, write stories or whatever. And the idea was for you to do research, like read the newspaper and do a summation and talk about topics and whatnot. But me and my buddy Patrick, we pulled movie reviews. And I said, you know what? I said, I don't dig this whole thing about reading the newspaper and kind of regurgitating what we got there. I said, let's actually go to the movies and do our own reviews. How cool would that be? And one of the movies that we reviewed that year was Flashdance. So we got really good grades on our projects because it was like, wow, you guys are really, really doing this. In fact, we went to one of the theaters that was doing Michael Jackson's Thriller as like the pre-movie feature.
Cool.
Yeah. So we did a review of that as well. And we got some pretty good grades on that, and I guess that pretty much set me down that whole pop culture path. Just story I don't think I've ever told on this channel before. You got a way of pulling these stories out of me, Tony. Thank you so much.
What? Anything for you, Buff.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Chip. Yeah, listen to Chip. He's so innocent. He's so dumb. Rocky, say, why don't you have to go to school? Come on now. Chip.
Hey, Butch. Hey, Butch. Hey, Butch.
Hey, Butch.
Guys, this is what I'm talking about. You and I chewed a lot of the same ground. Let me say, real quick. I hadn't really planned to bring this up, but I'm just liquored up enough to be just going all over the freaking place.
He's all liquored up. He's all liquored up. Sorry.
So this is my newest custom figure that I've just recently finished. Cal Malice, excuse me, from the holiday special. He's one of the Cantina denizens. Again, only in the holiday special, not in the mainline films. And I am going to be having a whole lot more of these coming up in the future. I've also finished my Akmina figure. What the hell? I don't even remember what I did with her. She's around here somewhere. Oh no, I put her back on the bar. But I realized, I was telling Netter the other day, I said I'm working on 3 custom figures. All 3 of them were played by Harvey Korman.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm...
what are the chances?
I have not yet finished painting him, but we got Krellman, who brings flowers to Akmina. Obviously, this is just the base coat on the hair. It's gonna be a whole lot more gray later on. But yeah, so there you go. That's some of what I've been up to. But yeah. And what have you been up to, Tony? Tell us what you've been up to. What do you want to tell us about?
Well, living the dream, dreaming to live. Hopefully not to wake up to die, because that would be ironic.
So how's everybody over there? How's Pepper doing?
Pepper's doing okay. She's
putting up with you thinner. Just like Netter does.
She's a lot thinner. I mean, it could have had something to do with the fact that I live in an alternate reality where New York got blasted by a big mushroom cloud. But I mean, as far as like weight goes, she's definitely lost a lot of weight. You could practically see her. Let's just say her skeletal features are
I get
prominent.
That. Is in your reality, how's her candle business doing?
Depends. There's not a lot of customers to shove them up the you-know-what, but here we are.
Yeah. Good point. Gorillas,
occasionally a random super mutant will walk by and be like, need the great stuff!
There you go. Kapla, this just proves you will have anyone on. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's so nice to see you too,
Gorillas. I was all like honored that the wonderful Mr. Stark was coming on my channel, and you got to go say it, stuff like that. Let's be nice here, guys.
It's because there's 2 people on his panel that just can't stand the air that I breathe. Like, I mean, I'm not going to change my disposition towards them, but at the same time, I've always loved Gorilla and respected him. So
sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you in a non-homo kind of way.
No homo. That's right. No
homo.
I have gotten into trouble, though, for being on Tony Stark's side in that Civil War movie.
See, now, again, Tony, we got to talk. Let's talk about this.
There's a winner team and a loser team, and Tony Stark had the winner team.
Well, now, wait a minute there, Agent Boomer. Which Civil War?
What?
We're talking multiverse here. Which version are you talking about? Are you talking... Okay, see, the movie and the comics
I know, Grill. I'm giving you a hard time back. But anyway, we're setting up the arena now. We're at ringside talking about the sides in the Civil War. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and meet them, the fighters ringside. Well, I thought you two were arguing. What? I was just going to announce the fight.
Oh, no. We're like a friggin' old married couple. We're constantly arguing.
Well, no,
so
because you're
it's
on
not
the
like
right
that
side.
starts and ends.
You're on the winner's side, and that's Tony Stark's side in that.
Yeah.
Captain America.
So,
bunch of weirdos on his side. You have two villains. You have Black. Who's on? No, you had Hawkeye. He was on Captain America's side. He was working for Loki in the Avengers movie.
Mm-hmm.
Ant-Man, he's a criminal.
You know what I'm thinking? Here's what I'm thinking, Boomer. Maybe I want to get into this, but I realize we're coming up on the 10 o'clock. See, I guess
we got to do the commercial.
Let me go to station identification and promos, and then when we get to the other side, then we'll jump into this. Okay? Okay. Be right back.
You are watching Last Call, streaming every Friday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Come on in, pull up a chair, and have a drink with us.
Tomorrow on Saturday night at the movies, Big Al presents George Hamilton June with Love at First Bite. That's Big Al Presents Films with Friends, Saturday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Big Al Presents.
Every Sunday evening, Aged Boomer and Papa Pacelli bring you the rundown of the week's geek news, or at least what they think is interesting. You may have heard about it somewhere else, but Boomer and Pacelli put a spin on it you likely won't hear anywhere else. It's Geeky Geezers, every Sunday evening at 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
This week on Live from Sparkwood and 21, we'll be watching the inscrutable David Lynch film Mulholland Drive. A link to the live stream of the feature will be provided in the chat while the commentary runs on all other platforms. Join us this Tuesday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on Deleted Scenes and Affiliate.
With the destruction of the Clone Masters, Servalan seeks out another method of cloning. Auron. Infecting a pilot from Auron, she then offers a cure, but only so she might land troops on Auron. It's the children of Auron. This Tuesday on Last Call presents Blake 7 at 10 p.m. Central, 11 Eastern.
We're just back here chatting and having a good time while you guys are watching commercials. This is not a sponsored stream. Just saying that out loud. We're back.
Hey, you guys want to get into this debate? I honestly don't know, man. This is what it is.
So I need you guys to refresh my memory because I am much more of a comic book guy than I am the movies guy. I did see those movies, but let's face it, after a couple martinis,
they're not comic book accurate.
I don't remember as well as I remember the comics. Real quick, the comic book the whole storyline was that there was this impetus for people to the government wanted all super-powered and so-called vigilante, secret identity type.
The registry.
They wanted them, to publicly give their identities, which was fine for Tony. He didn't have a problem with it, but Cap was like, "Hey, wait a minute. Civil liberties, we have rights, all that kind of stuff."
Blah blah blah.
And then you got
to remember the Latveria incident makes a point here in the comics. All right, whenever the Latveria was basically destroyed after this event,
right?
And then they responded with an Omega weapon that took out millions of lives. That's what set the bar. That's what set the precedent.
Which is an interesting reason why the movies went a little differently. They didn't have Latveria. They didn't have Doom in the thing yet. We could talk about that a whole other time about rights and all that kind of stuff. But they went with the Sokovia Accords. Same basic kind of concept. It was actually not a bad solution to the situation they were dealing with. But
Sokovia didn't have any kind of economic prowess like Latveria does.
Oh.
Well, good point. It
was a third world country for sure.
But what it comes down to is, if I was going to kind of paint with a broad cloth, two very different story reasons to have a debate between, I'm going to say, libertarianism versus statism. Would you guys agree with that assessment?
Maybe.
It's close. It's all about...
What's your thought on it?
Captain America is a product of his generation. And so when Captain America sees something that is being controlled by a government to the levels, he immediately goes back to the trenches. He immediately goes back to what Germany did.
Right.
He has, I wouldn't say rose-colored glasses, but a perspective on him that isn't
a certain
all
idealism,
the way up to date to, the modern status quo. But on the opposite factor, those that did sign with the registry, and you got to remember the Civil War II with Carol was even worse, because Carol ended up being the bad guy, and Tony ended up being the good guy, because Cap died during that.
Right.
So
he was assassinated. Yes. As I recall.
Yeah. He was killed.
That was back when we all actually liked Carol as a character.
Yeah. Well, Carol and Tony in the comics were very similar people. They were fish out of water with responsibilities, relatively homesick and family sick. They were both raging alcoholics. They were both, there was a lot of things that they had.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
No, maybe pull up the picture of Demon in a Bottle where he's at the bar going, "Anybody have fun? Stop me! I'm looking Iron Man."
This is what Boomer and I talk about all the time on Geeky Geezers.
Yes.
That we are in an era where we can't tell the good stories. Good stories that everyone is messaging and all the woke and the bullshit. But the fact is, we had great messaging stories from our childhood. Like you said, Demon in a Bottle. What was the one, the story arc with Speedy in the DC, and his heroin addiction?
Yeah.
And, oh my gosh, there were some great stories that dealt with some real world,
to humanize these otherwise demigods.
Yeah. Keep in mind, people like Speedy and Green Arrow and Batman. These are people without superpowers. These were guys that just, trained really hard and were at peak human, but and they were crusaders, but they were totally human. So they had all the failings and all of the vulnerabilities of a human being,
Here's a
it's not like an alien who's afraid of green rocks,
How close Batman got to Captain America. Batman's peak bench weight, Bruce Wayne's peak bench weight was 1,000 pounds. That is unprecedented because Captain America's peak bench weight is 1,100. That means that Batman got very close to super soldier
Do you think
level.
Bruce was juicing? Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is he was just that insane. A lot of people seem to forget that Bruce
he's obsessed.
Wayne
He's
is
obsessed.
insane and obsessed.
Focused.
Hey, One Punch Man didn't juice, and he still got super.
That's a funny argument. This is a jab that I often take at the Versus community, right? Because they'll use feats in references, So I go like this. I go like this. I says, "Can Batman beat Superman?" Well, no, not in a fight if there's no prep time. And then I go, okay. Then
not if he mentions his mother's name.
Logic, I go, but then let me finish the joke. By that logic, I go, okay. Well, Saitama can beat Batman with one hit. Well, yeah. That means that Saitama can beat Superman. Oh, no!
It kind of reminds me of when I was in martial arts class, and we were it was a great martial arts blended martial arts, and we tended to talk in terms of self-defense, right? So if you're in this situation, how do you defend yourself, so on and so forth, right? And so we would come up with a scenario, and we would build and build and build and build. So I said, okay, Sensei, what do you do in this circumstance? He goes, okay, attack me, we'll try it. Boom, I end up on the ground. Okay, how about this, Sensei? I end up, I said, okay, I pick up the prop gun, and I'm standing like 20 feet away from him. And I said, okay, Sensei, what do you do? And he goes, there comes a point where there's a limitation, right? But anyway, no. See, so I've completely lost track of where I was because I'm so blotto. What were we talking about?
We talk about messaging and stuff, but
the conversation shifted to the versus community. Then you brought up martial arts, and those are your daily on the 8s. Court minutes are now back.
The more you know. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I am arguing that and help me out, guys, because again, I forget the movie details. I tend to think more in terms of the comics, and I wasn't even a big Marvel fan, but I did follow. I was a Spider-Man fan. Yeah, exactly. I was a Spider-Man fan. I read all the Spider-Man titles, so I got all of these Secret Wars and the what was
Spectacular, Amazing,
all of that I got from Spider-Man, a Web of Spider-Man, right? And so everything that I saw in the Marvel Universe came through Spider-Man. I only ever bought other titles when it was like you gotta pick up the next issue of the Invincible Iron Man in order to see how this story ends. Okay, fine, I'll buy that.
The Endo-Sin armor. Interesting choice.
There you go. But so anyway, this is where I know the whole Secret Wars from, and Secret Wars was very different than what these movies are depicting.
They're trying to.
That's where Venom came from, in my opinion.
Venom, because Spider-Man was fighting Mysterio on an alien planet.
On the Beyonder world, yes, exactly.
World. And the symbiote attached to him, and he brought it back home.
And he had no idea it was a living entity. He just thought it was cool technology that allowed him to have a leather jacket when he was Peter Parker that would just become this black and white outfit.
All in one thing.
Oh, and he didn't even need web shooters because it created webs for him. He thought it was great alien technology, only to find out, damn, why am I so tired every morning? It's like I'm not sleeping. Well, it's because the symbiote would take him over and he'd go out and beat the shit out of his villains, Yeah, that's a story that we completely fucking missed in all the movies because they had to tell Venom without Spider-Man, damn it.
They messed it up in part 3 too. They did it well on the cartoon, the Spectacular Spider-Man.
We did. We watched that with
Matchstick,
Yeah. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Watching those. I'm glad you guys had me watch those cartoons. But yeah, the movies never even came close. No. And this is a side effect of the fact that Marvel, when it was going into bankruptcy, was selling rights to all of its the movie rights to all of its films. So that's how Universal and 20th Century Fox and Sony all ended up with different characters, and it was all divided up. And that's why Disney buys Marvel, and it's like, now we gotta scrounge to get these characters back under the same overall umbrella. That's why they bought fucking 20th Century Fox, because they wanted all the 20th Century Fox Marvel characters,
like Fantastic,
and fuck everything else that 20th Century Fox owned, apparently.
Well, they got Fantastic Four back, and now we're getting another Fantastic Four.
And it took what 20 fucking years for them to do anything with it?
Okay.
Oh man, they're jangling the keys with Galactus. Ooh wee.
I mean, it's better than a fucking cloud.
Yeah, that's tornado in space.
I don't know though. Jessica Alba. I mean, I know she wasn't blonde, she wasn't blue eyes, but they gave it the best shot.
I know.
It's funny because she wore fucking blue contact lenses, and if you know contact lenses, you can see like the little ridge of brown right around her pupil before it turns blue, and it's like, those are not blue eyes, for crying out loud. Netter would have made a better Invisible Girl, but I digress.
Because I got blue eyes.
And you did do the cosplay for Invisible Girl. She did the cosplay of Invisible Girl, and then she did the Skrull version. She did the rigid collodion to put the creases in, and then the green face. Yeah. I did, at the time, I was about 100 pounds heavier. I did Kingpin. And then I did the Skrull version of Kingpin on an alternate day. That's what you do at conventions, right? You find ways to change it.
It sounds a lot easier than putting on a bunch of plates and having people lock crap in on you. And
I mean, right?
And walk around in a functional Iron Man suit and a hot con floor?
Fuck, man. There was a dude at one convention here in the Chicago area. I don't think he was from Chicago. He and his wife were from, I think, Cali. She's got an OnlyFans or whatever. Anyway, fuck those guys. Here's the thing. He had this really impressive Tony Stark, Iron Man type armor. The kind that you literally would like open up and step out of and step into and close.
Yeah, about 128 different engines,
Dude, that fucker was in the hole thousands of fucking dollars. And I'm like, dude, I hope your wife is pulling in like $20,000 a month.
Well,
on
that's
her
the reason
fucking
why you make
OnlyFans.
those sort of things and you eliminate most of the costs.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't pimp my wife out that way. It's just fuck that fucking bullshit, Well,
anyway,
we are at peak drunk. We're at peak drunk where I'm at the height of
for a little bit while you get some water.
No, there you go. There you go.
Don't mention the OF.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I got another song queued up.
Go for it, man.
Get some water and this tune.
Well, some aquavitae anyway.
Some aquavitae. This song is also going to be partnered by my little girl, Bessie. Say hi, girl. And this song is called "The Day That Star Wars Died." This is my most ambitious piece that I have ever written. It is 10 minutes long because it is the studio cut.
Ooh.
And it is for you all's listening pleasure and probably pain. I do apologize for those that are in pain. Love you, though, Gorilla. Love you. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Let me just switch the line ins.
I hear the sound change. There we go.
We all still remember how old Star Wars used to make us smile. We're flying down the Death Star trench and watching Luke and Leia French and Bubba fed the Sarlacc for a while. Lucasfilm was sold for billions to the chagrin of multi-millions. Disney on the payroll, R.I.P. in the woke foe. I can remember how it died when Kennedy got deep inside. Our asses, that bitch, she did ride the day that Star Wars had died. So my, look at how Star Wars died. Those creators did not savor a slice of the shit pie. And Kennedy had that mad fire in her eye, saying, I will ruin all the Jedi. I will ruin all the Jedi. Wished him all around, he got him burnt real good. Turn that Jedi into firewood. And while Leia gave Ben some sage advice, his canon mission was sacrificed. Luke was the charge, am I right? Oh wait, Star Wars had died. We started singing, so my, look at how Star Wars died. Those creators did not savor a slice of the shit pie. And Kennedy had that mad fire in her eyes, saying, I will ruin all the Jedi. I will ruin all the Jedi. Let's bring it down. Tip the tappies. Andor clamored for desired riders. The spy games were slowly transpired. Plot holes too many to outlast. The penny dropped an episode too late for folks to care about this bland take. We already know the Death Star's final fate. 'Cause Rogue One dropped it was okay. They did not make everyone gay. They had more shows for that. To shove in way more woke crap, like how they edited The Bad Batch or the sequel trilogy they made us catch. Shove it up Ray Skywalker's snatch, that's where Star Wars had died. We started singing, so my, look at how Star Wars died. Those creators did not savor a slice of my shit pie. And Kennedy with that mad fire in her eyes, saying, I will ruin all the Jedi. I have ruined all the Jedi. Oh, and let's all mourn for Mandalore, a legend from the tales of yore. One Jon Favreau had tried to save. It's true. So come on, Baby Yoda, Grogu slick. Mando had a job to get done quick. 2 seasons were out and it was okay, you know. But then we all saw season 3. Was that Thrawn with the beer belly? I can't believe the shit. Once again we got gypped, and despite that one cool jetpack ride, Grogu took up all the spotlight. I saw Kathleen laughing with delight because Star Wars had died. We started singing, so my, look at how Star Wars died. Those creators did not savor a slice of the shit pie. And Kennedy had that mad fire in her eyes, saying, I will ruin all the Jedi. I have ruined all the Jedi. Didn't she, though? Pour one out for Star Wars. We all stopped falling for the ruse, and we started to sing the blues. Disney has ushered the fans away. When I go down to the store where I bought Kenner figures before, I see price cuts on toys they can't give away. Our community is in a fuss. Curse the mouse and his Disney Plus. The old fans here have spoken. The universe is broken.
Amen.
And with more hires from the DI, Writers told here to script more lies. We all hang our heads and cry because Star Wars had died. We started singing, my, look at how Star Wars died. Those creators did not savor a slice of the shit pie. And Kennedy, with that mad fire in her eye, saying, I will ruin all the Jedi. I have ruined all the Jedi. She was singing, my, woke Star Wars is my pride. My creators, they will savor a slice of my shit pie. Time to go forth and make the fans' anger bright with the release of the acolyte. Now.
Wow.
Absolutely. You know, this is just to
changing lines.
No, just to put a serious note on this. What you're seeing in LA right now and Chicago and all these other places that are fucking blowing up. This is exactly what's been happening in our pop culture for the past 5-6 years or more. You know, people like Kathleen Kennedy, Filoni, all these other assholes, Kurtzman. These people are literally trying to destroy our pop culture because they're trying to usher in a new era of woke, leftist, socialist bullshit. That's what all this is. And that's what's happening in LA with all of these riots and dude, I'm just saying, you fucking libtard Democrats that go on and on about J6, okay? This is fucking 20 million times more. Just saying. Right? Thank you, Tony.
You're blowing out my earphones.
Sorry, sweetie.
Well, I hope that you enjoyed that little ditty.
I absolutely did. And thank you, Geek Flag with Nate Knows for the $2 super chat, as he is giving you the claps as well. Not giving you the clap.
I got the clap.
But giving you the claps, plural.
I was about to say, I got the clap. Hell yeah. Gotta catch them. It's like Pokemon, you know. Gotta catch them all.
Maybe go get yourself some antibiotics before Pepper finds out about it.
Well, I don't think she's not going to care again.
Well, I know. Yeah. You got the whole nuclear thing going on there. So I get it. Deleted scenes. I've been talking about you through the whole stream. I don't know if you were here earlier on for me to say hello to, but thank you so much for being here, my friend. You are, as Netter says, Osmo. Thank you so much. So yeah. That is, I don't know, guys. I feel like, I feel like Tony brings the big dick energy here, and I'm feeling a little intimidated. I'm feeling like maybe I need to up my game going forward. Maybe I need to start doing more songs, more karaoke, and I need you guys to tell me if that's the kind of thing you want. If you guys want to hear me sing more often going forward, maybe drop a couple of those super chats and just let me know. That you
show off your
DJ's like, oh my god, you got Tony. Well, thank you.
I will. Just real quick, let me just say, holy crap, this must be a big day for DJRonnieG, because he's going, oh my god. You got Tony.
That's the reason why I'm not over there with Snow Dub right now with Alf.
I feel very honored. I feel like I pulled Tony out of his regular show. which makes me feel really good, like I'm somebody in the community. If I didn't express that before, Tony, thank you so much. But DJRonnieG, good evening, Troy and Netters Network. Dude, you're so excited about Tony. Did you notice that you were gifted a membership on this channel? And I tagged you in the description below. So welcome to membership there, DJRonnieG. I hope I earn your continued membership going forward. I hope. Let's get a little political here. As Nate says, the rioters are attacking federal personnel and vehicles, destroying private property while flying flags of other countries. That is an insurrection. Quite literally. That constitutes an act of war. I mean, one could interpret it as that constitutes an act of war. But if we're going to be more forgiving, if we're going to be more, optimistic, we could say that these fucktards are flying a flag that just tells us where to send them home to. And we're happy to give them a free trip home. No problem. We'll be happy to do that for you. No problem. I had to clean house of old memberships to become a member of Tony's channel. Yeah. Look, I get it.
I am honored. Thank you, sir.
And as a YouTuber, I totally get it. I get that there is a temptation. You want to support the channels you love, right? Because honestly, we can't do it without you. But at the same time, you can only spread yourself so thin. You do what you got to do, because keep in mind, there are ways to support channels without actual memberships.
Yeah, without even spending a dime, just sharing the show out on your social.
I swear, there's two things you can do. There's two big things, and I don't think enough YouTubers talk about this. First, as Tony just said, share out the stream. If we could get more people's eyes on these shows, that in and of itself is a huge, because there's no marketing fucking dollars here. There's no way for me to promote my channel. You guys sharing it out on your socials, that is our marketing. That's the first thing. The second thing, if you can't afford to be a monthly member, that's fine. If you just once pay for a gift membership for someone else, you pull someone else into the community. And maybe in the month that they're a member, I earn a repeat and subscription. Maybe. But that's a great way to pull somebody in. So those are the two big things you can do to help us build our community.
Question, which either you or Tony may know the answer to.
Sure.
I have 5 gift memberships I could still use for this month.
Yes.
Correct.
If I use them on my channels, you don't get those members. I do, right?
You do. Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So I can't get them for you.
Honestly, but Natter, and this is the thing, Tony and I were talking behind the scenes about, sharing streams and the pluses and the minuses of that. There's no freaking no. You building your channel we are the same household here. So if you build your channel,
it works with you guys because you guys.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're tag teaming it, but generally, especially if it's like 2 different entities, if it's a professional thing, the YouTube thingy likes to have all of its eyes on an active stream. So if there's 2 copies of the same one and the community is divided, you've built your community as a married couple. So
right. Well,
you're pulling.
To be fair though, with Aged Boomer though, he's not even monetized. He's not even monetized. We are doing our best to help him build his community.
It's
because my thought is, if every eye on him is an eye on us, we kind of share subscribers and so forth. And I think in time, I'm trying to build a little bit of a conglomerate here. I'm trying to
Yeah,
build.
you got a squad going.
I'm trying to build a last call, brand here, and so I'm hoping that all these channels will eventually will all be one network, so to speak. And at this point, all the money's going to me, unfortunately, is how it goes, because Boomer's not making jack all. Anything Netter makes,
wow,
anything
what a way
I
to
make.
say it.
No, Boomer, you tell him. I try to take care of you, and you're like, no, that's
it's all
okay.
right.
You just
Look, for now, let's just focus on.
I buy him gift cards because people will send, try to send a super chat to Boomer, and it's like, well, okay. And I keep trying, and I try to get him, and he's like, no. You just build your channel,
For now, though, I have a.
He wants a job in the future, is what he's saying.
I have a day job at the moment, though. That's what I'm saying.
No, that's a great point. That's a great point.
I'm not hurting, and we want Troy. I do want Troy to kind of shoot for the stars, as it were. So
I do want to. I do want to hold up
help with some techniques for that, for sure.
Yeah, no, and I'll definitely be talking. Look, even the midstream commercial was a suggestion of yours. I'd actually kind of started doing promos previously and kind of got away from it. And I mean, look, let's face it, Mr. Stark is what Last Call wants to be when we grow up. I'm just saying.
Says the guys who have like over 100 more subscribers than little old
subscribers don't equal dollars, my friend. Just saying. I've come to that realization.
Well, I consider myself quite blessed that I have such a very generous community,
and you are tangential to our community that subscribes to the whole PJ of Orville Nation concept of Together We Grow. This is not mutually exclusive. This is rising tide raises all ships prospect. In my opinion, that is my belief. DJRonnieG says, you guys rock, and I appreciate. He might have said appreciate, but I only say that when I've had enough to slur my words. Appreciate you guys always being nice to me, and you and Ned are paying my chat a visit last week. Dude, look, guys, if you aren't following DJRonnieG, you are missing out. We are in an age of a renaissance of astrophysics and space exploration, the whole SpaceX, kind of thing. DJRonnieG has this great show where he does, these I don't even understand what he's doing, but he looks at the stars and he shows you what he's seeing through his telescope and stuff. And guys, just check out his channel. I'm too blotto to represent it well.
And make sure you share on the notifications bell. I just realized that mine was set for personalized, which I have no idea what that means. I had to switch it to all, so I actually get notified when he's going live.
Yeah, that's the only reason Netter knows what it. See, she didn't know you went live, Ronnie, because I saw you went live, and I brought it up on big screen, and she's like, "Oh, let me go in and say hi to him." Because that's how we do. That's how we do the YouTube thing over here in the Pacelli house. He tries to strike a balance. That's fair.
We try to encourage.
Netter, excuse me. Nate says Troy and Netter and Boomer. Polyamorous stream, dude. Come on, what? No, that's gross.
So I am under the assumption that I could probably get away with maybe one more piano playing session.
Yes, no, more than one, but yeah, go ahead.
Give me 1 second here.
Time's up.
I don't know. You're giving me Norm energy right now, brother.
Oh God! God rest him too. By the way,
I must reply in kind to the very cheers vibe we got here. Give me a second. Let me switch lines.
You can hear him go silent. That's how you know he's changing between his channels.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a cord in, no, tertiary mic. Yeah, this is very Cheers vibe, so I have no choice. You know.
Oh, nice.
You can take me off the screen. I'm not singing it. I'm just playing it.
Oh, nice. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Well, I mean, again, you're providing that Norm energy. I just had to. I was feeling it.
Was Norm your favorite character on Cheers, Troy?
Rest in peace, George Wendt.
It's very, very hard. Oh, George Wendt was I think I shared on one of the streams. I saw George Wendt here in a David Mamet play called I want to say it was Rounding Home. I literally was as close to George Wendt as I am to Netter right now, just like 5 feet away. I was in like the second seat in a theater in the round. It was good stuff.
And there we go, switching line. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, to our regular.
I'll tell you, Norm had some of the best quotes on that show.
Curtis wants Piano Man. What if I told you that if I were to play any Billy Joel songs, even though I know that one, that there would be some issues with the copyright claim where his stream would be blocked.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
So I don't want his viewability to be hit just over a few melodies. Mm-mm.
So, do you remember the days of Coach? When he would say, "Can I draw you beer, Norm?" No, I know what it looks like. Just pour me one.
Pour me one.
How's a beer sound, Norm? I don't know. I usually finish them before it gets a word in. What's shaking, Norm?
Whenever they were hazing Mickey Mouse and Mickey Mouse ran in, that's like so relevant today, you know?
I remember that. Yes, that was brilliant.
Beer, give me a double. That'll be $1.50. What if I told you I got the money? That's Mickey right now. Mickey is very ashamed to be a mascot for a company right now. And
what's shaking, Norm? All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins. So, those of you that are Star Trek fans have got to know this. You know that the character of Morn, of course, was based on Norm from Cheers.
Mm-hmm. He never spoke except for one episode.
He never spoke a word. Let me tell you something. They have made great use of that in Star Trek Online. If you go to Quark's bar in Deep Space Nine, and you have the opportunity to talk to Morn,
mm-hmm.
right? And you talk to Morn, and it just goes completely silent.
Dot.
You get kind of like a nothing cutscene, and then you're back, and you're like, well, alrighty then.
Good conversation there, guy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. Good show. So, those of you, and I don't know if Tim Hayes is still in the chat, but those of you that are big toy fans know that I am a big E.G.O fan. I happen to have things like this was just the first one I grabbed, E.G.O action figure. I'm a big E.G.O fan, and when they came back a few years back, they did two Cheers figures. One was Woody, and one was I want to say Norm. I think it was Norm.
I mean,
no. I think they also did. What was the mailman? The guy that was at Echo Base that does all the voices for Disney.
Motormouth Joe. No.
Yeah, him.
Yeah,
basically. Those were the 3 figures.
Creeps. The what? What? You know, the sweet. Let me.
And Cliff Clavin.
And so, Cliff Clavin. Thank
John
you.
John Ratzenberger was the actor. Yes.
Ratzenberger. Right. So those were the Cheers figures they did. I actually don't remember if I got all 3 of those figures. But I did get a 3D print. Somebody did the Cheers bar, so that you could display them. And at some point in the future, I'm waiting on a custom figure. As soon as that custom figure shows up, I'm going to do a little video.
There's this group of people that I met at the con in Nashville. Not ICC. It was the one in Knoxville. It was Fanboy Expo.
Okay.
And they 3D print Spaceballs figures. They even got like,
nice.
Yeah, they got the Falcon 5 and not the Eagle 5 and Pizza the Hut, all that stuff, all 3D printed, all custom, really sharp.
Yep.
Looking stuff, man. And I got their card somewhere.
I'm Funky
like,
McClunky,
as soon as the channel does more than keep me fat and happy.
There you go.
Funky
McClunky, who did this one right here, just did a video recently of a custom guy who did a Pizza the Hut that was just so damn good. And I'm like, holy fuck,
Well, it ain't Lone Star. And it's sidekick. Yoke. That's barf.
Just for the F of it, if you guys are into those 3 3/4 inch 5 POA figures, check out Funky McClunky. Go check out his channel, see some of the stuff he's got, see what he's got up on Etsy, and maybe let him know I sent you. Let him know that Last Call of Troy Pacelli sent you, and he'll probably respond with, "Who?" Just saying. But it's a dog-eat-dog world, and I'm wearing milk-bone shorts. Yes, that was another Norm quote. Yes, that's exactly right. He had the best friggin' lines. He really had the best friggin' lines. And one of those characters, there was a character that never appeared on the show that was always talked about, and it was his wife Vera. Some of the best one-liners about his wife.
That we never meet.
You never get to meet Vera.
No. Well, it looked like we were going to have the same situation with Lilith and Frasier, and then Frasier got a spinoff, and they decided to cast her in it. BB Newirth, yeah.
I remember whenever Sideshow Bob and Frasier hung out on an episode of The Simpsons. That was pretty.
That's absolutely right. And BB Newirth also did a. Well, let's think it through. The Cheers Star Trek crossovers, right? So you had BB Newirth, who played Frasier's wife, as well as an alien in one episode, who fell in love with Riker. You had Frasier. What's the actor's name?
The guy who played Frasier Crane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should know this, but I'm not getting a recall.
Kelsey Grammer, thank you. Kelsey Grammer, of course, played the captain of whatever ship that was that kept running, the Britannia, that kept running into the Enterprise and blowing up. He was
in the old style uniform when
he was in the original movie era uniform. Kirstie Alley, of course, who played Saavik in Star Trek. And I'm sure there's probably a few others that I'm just not thinking of, but yeah. Joe's Atmosphere. Thank you so much for stopping by, my friend. Troy and Tony on the same stream? Inconceivable. Not so much. Go back to Tony's.
I mean, it's just like fighting a land war in Asia.
Right? Exactly. Inconceivable. You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Yes,
Joe's Atmosphere, go back about 10 days on his stream, and you'll see me as a guest on his channel. Or check my playlists of my guest appearances. You'll find the stream. So yeah. Zach. Lurch played Rock. Yes. So in the original series, the same actor who played Lurch in The Addams Family played Rock in Star Trek. You're absolutely right. By the same token, the same actor that played Mr. Home in The Next Generation also played Lurch in The Addams Family. And he played the giant in Twin Peaks. So,
You know,
yeah.
Well,
what were you going to say?
Well, we did get, I mean, we'll talk about this Sunday. We did get the word about Strange New Worlds finally having its final season, but I think it's kind of bittersweet because it's like, well, we're still going to get 2 more seasons after this one. I mean, it's...
Well, let's get to that in a second. I want to go back to something that we were talking about before. Sure. We were talking about conventions. We were talking about cosplay. Right. We were talking about Marvel Comics. Netter wanted me to share, let me bring it up, a picture of, how does this work? There we go. Picture of myself from, sweetie, do you remember what convention this was?
It was C2E2.
C2E2 here in Chicago. I was about 100 pounds heavier at the time, and I was doing the comic book version of the Kingpin.
Guy you don't want to mess with.
No. That's absolutely true. And I think I did a pretty decent job of it. Mm-hmm. I really did play the audience. I got a lot of hoots and hollers and cheers. See, I really. They were cheering. I'm like, please, more.
Just get it done. Don't tell
more. Give me more. Give me more.
Yeah.
And then I did in Metropolis, Illinois. I did Otis from Superman. Mm-hmm. And then after I lost a whole bunch of weight, I did various versions of Lex Luthor. After I'd lost a lot of weight, so this was
the ring.
Yes, I did have the kryptonite ring. I went to get at this particular year in Metropolis. Netter was dressed as Supergirl. I was dressed as Lex Luthor from the comics again, Silver Era. And we went to get the autographs from Margot Kidder and Sarah Douglas, who were there, signing pictures and whatnot. And Margot Kidder was 3 sheets to the wind, and that's fine. She was just really, really sweet. She signed the picture that we brought her. Sarah Douglas was distracted by my outfit. I had what you did because these celebrities, people think that's they see somebody in a big movie and they think they're not only big celebrities but they're wealthy. That's not really the case. That's why they do these conventions. They're trying to make friggin' pocket change, So I'm not one who's real into autographs, but I would always go and buy the picture to get the autograph because I want to support these people that, did these movies and whatnot. So for Sarah Douglas, she had all these different promo pictures of movies that she had done. And I said, fuck it. I want Pamela from V. So I paid for it and I picked it up and I took it over to her to sign it. But because she's at a Superman thing, she was signing everything Ursa. So she's like, Ursa, Sarah Douglas. And she's in the middle of signing and she looks at me and she goes, I'm recognizing most of the costumes that I'm seeing here. Who are you? I said, you remember Gene Hackman? She's like, yeah. I'm basically playing his character except from the comics. She goes, gotcha. Totally understand. And then she looks down. She's like, damn it. This isn't the character from Superman. This is from V. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. She goes, fuck no. She actually said it exactly that way. She said, fuck no. Give me another picture. She re-signed it for me. I'm like, you're so sweet. Wow. She's no. I think it's very nice that you. I said, no, Sarah. I said, I'm a fan of yours, not just your character. I said, did you know? I don't think she knew this before I told her. I said, did you know your character didn't exist in the comics before you played the role, and now it does? She goes, no, I didn't know that. I said, see? You learned something new. There you go. I said, so I'm a fan of yours. And man, you just stole every scene you were in V. And she's like, wow, thank you so much. She was such a sweetie. She really was. I really, really enjoyed hanging out with her. Anyway, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Enough about me, damn it. Yeah, exactly. But why am I filling up the screen? That should not be. That should not be. There we go. No, damn it. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Technical difficulties because of booze.
I gave you a boo sponge.
I know.
What kind of cake was it?
I
was
have
a
that
yellow
effect
cake.
on people. People like to get drunk when I'm around.
That's because you are great for partying. I did one line that I put into my monologue that I ended up taking out because I wanted to go a different route. I was going to say, "Sorry, Tony, Cookie over here at Last Call doesn't make shawarma."
I don't worry about shawarma. Just as long as I got scotch, I never go hungry.
Amen.
Pour me a scotch.
Amen,
I'm starving.
This is grain the way God intended it to be consumed. Absolutely.
Good to see you, Joe.
Yeah, Joe's atmosphere.
I got one more picture that I want you to show.
Okay, Netter wants me to show another picture. I'm going to go ahead and bring it up because, let's face it, she's the boss. And we're all better off for it, if I'm honest. I am in MeWe.
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta paste it over there.
Is this me or is this you?
Both.
Oh, there we go. Oh, is this the movie? Yeah. Oh, this is a good picture. Let me bring this up. This is good stuff. Oh,
whoa.
Bear with me. Let me see. What do I got to do? I got to share my screen. Share screen, entire screen, that without sound, share, and then bring it up. So this is same year that I did the comic book version of Lex Luthor, but this was Netter and myself, of course. I did the Gene Hackman version of Lex Luthor, and Netter was
Miss Tessmacher.
I swear, we're walking down the street and people are going, "Miss Tessmacher!" Hi, boys.
Was there an Otis at the convention?
Buttons on my suit.
Yeah, so her costume, I made that all myself.
Yeah, I own the suit, but he had to make the lapels.
Yeah, so she had a pinstripe suit, and I made these faux lapels and all of those buttons because it's iconic. It's exactly what she wore. And I said, "Here, take your sunglasses, put them on your head, and boom, you're done." And it was just perfect. And that kryptonite rock actually had a little switch on it. You'd flip it and it'd glow in the dark. And yeah, it was awesome. And I think you can tell by looking at that's a bad wig. The intent was
that it was a bad wig.
Broadcasting to everybody who played Superman to be able to come along and take a picture with me and do the whole, take the wig off thing. But you can also tell, not so much on Netter, she was much more careful, but you can tell on me. It was a sunny day, and I got a whole damn lot of sun. So, just wow. Woo! Yeah. I'm a white boy, and I burn easy.
Yeah, right.
Was there an Otis at the convention?
Kid.
Oh, wait a minute. Netter's saying that something's not right on the stream.
No, just looking at you, kid.
I gotta. Let me try this again. Up and down and no. Get rid of that. Boom. Does that work? No. Well, I need YouTube to catch up to what's going on in EV. Yeah, exactly.
Well, in EV it's just you.
Still? Fuck.
Yes.
Damn it.
I'm looking at you.
I will be back momentarily, folks.
Wait,
give me about 5 minutes.
You had it, and then it went right back to you again.
Okay, so it's me, and then
did you catch that? I'll be back in about 5.
He'll be back in
Go for it, man. You answer the call of nature or whatever it is you got to do, my friend.
You didn't answer my question. Was there an Otis?
What's up, Boomer?
Was there an Otis at the convention?
Yeah, good point.
For you to
I
take a
was the
picture.
only one that I'm aware of that played Otis, and that was before I lost all the weight.
Oh.
So I was there taking pictures with every single person that played Lex Luthor that year.
Oh.
And then, like I said, a couple of years later, when I lost all the weight, I did Lex Luthor, and this one bloke from out of state who did a really good Lex Luthor. He's like, "Oh, you're my competition." I'm like, whatever. I said, "I haven't seen you do a Gene Hackman Lex Luthor," and he's like, "Oh, whatever." But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Maybe one of these days, if I see that the guests are of any interest, maybe Netter and I will head down to Southern Illinois. People don't realize this. Metropolis is a real place. It's in Southern Illinois. It's about as far south in Illinois as you can go before you're in Paducah, Kentucky. But it is the legal hometown of Superman. They've got a Superman museum there. They've got an old Hollywood museum there. Definitely worth checking out. A lot of fun. And they got this big Superman statue. Barack Obama had his picture taken in front of it, among other celebrities.
Cool.
And yeah, it's they have it every year, and I want to say June or July. We're not going this year because Netter and I are saving our money to go back to MegaCon in I don't remember if that's February or March. And we're hoping to visit Epic Universe as well. So something that we are absolutely looking forward to. I'm hoping that a lot of you YouTubers, Aged Boomer, that are in the Florida area can join us and free up your time to at least get together with us. I don't think Netter and I are probably going to go to the convention itself. We're probably just going to LobbyCon it just to hang out with the people that are going to it. We had so much fun hanging out with WDW Pro, Jonas J. Campbell, like half the cast of Doomcock's show. Definitely a lot of fun. Boomer, I want you to be there because you're like an hour away, for fuck's sake.
3 hours, but I will try to make it.
3 hours only if you leave during rush hour traffic.
Hey,
if you come
you have
up,
no idea.
Florida's traffic must be a mess. I don't know.
Oddly enough, it was traffic in a place I didn't expect there to be traffic, which was like an hour from me. But no, the drive back was fine. Actually, I really liked those meatballs we had at the restaurant. Those were really good.
Damn, they were good, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Gary was looking out for me because I fucked up on the tip for that waitress.
No, you fixed it.
Well,
you fixed it.
I think you misheard the amount I said the total bill was.
Probably. That's exactly what it was.
You fixed it. It's all right.
But Gary had my back on that. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Yeah. Gary's like crazy generous. I don't know what it is with him.
He got your barbecue, didn't he?
He covered so much stuff for Netter and I all weekend, and it's like, dude. And his explanation was always, well, you're here because I said, and you came to this thing because of me, and so on. It's like, look, you don't have to feel like you owe us because you're hosting us or you brought us out or no, we knew what we were getting into. We brought money to he's just a great guy. He really, really is. And if Tony was still here, he'd say the same thing. He would agree. But it was just a friggin' great weekend. Well, I don't know, extended weekend, because with a convention, you get there on the Thursday, you stay through Sunday, you got to get to work on Monday, that kind of thing. This is like a 4-day weekend or whatever.
Work?
Work yeah,
is well, a drinking class.
Well, people like you that are on a schedule that have to be at work. See, me, I work for the YouTube overlords. So as long as I'm uploading throughout the weekend, I'll be okay. You know, maybe
People
I'll do a
of
live.
Earth.
What was that, Tony?
I said, people of Earth, I have returned.
There you go. Maybe when I get out to MegaCon next year, maybe I will live stream from there. We'll see. We don't know. We'll figure it out as we go.
I'll definitely have to
Did everything come out okay, Tony?
Like butter, but hot butter. But thanks for asking.
Ow! That sounds painful. Damn, man.
Well, that's what happens when you eat a lot of oil.
So we're at the 2-hour mark, and I penned you in for 2 hours. I don't want to keep you too much longer, Tony.
Whatever you want to do, man. I'm here. Like I said, I don't go to bed till 6 in the morning my time. It's good. I'm gonna get.
I dig it, but at the same time, I also have to give you time to do your whatever editing you got to do. And
I got 6 hours waiting on it. I'm 7.
Well,
if I stay up, I'm fine.
I was friggin' shocked how fast time went today as I was trying to get this.
Yeah, if you want to hang out for like half an hour to an hour more, I could dig it.
Well, I don't know if I can do another hour. I'm pretty blotto, and
I have to work.
Yeah, but Boomer does have to work. He's got a full-time job besides this.
Tony, though, do you got any like stories to tell us, or like a parting story, or a song, or something? I'm just curious.
Yeah. Last bit, Tony.
Last bit. Let's see here. I'm essentially people like me for my product. Let's be real. I'm genuinely uninteresting. It's the show that I put on, so I will defer to performing a last number. And there's one thing that I love more than I would say even some of the people in Doomcock circles. And I think DC's got me on the Sinatra part. There's one song that I love singing and playing here. Thankfully, I didn't get too wasted, and I can play this one. I could tell my fingers were feeling a little numb during the day that Star Wars died, especially in that third reprisal. Let's go with a classic, a tried and true. This is my favorite Sinatra song, one of my favorites anyway. It's hard to pick a favorite, to be quite honest. Give me 1 second while I switch over.
Go for it, man.
All right. This little ditty is something that I usually like to sign off my shows with, at least my variety shows. And I use this as a shout out also to the people that inspired me to even do this thing. My friends twisted my arm for a long time. I was Tony Stark in my podunk little town long before I was a YouTuber. Everybody knew me as Tony. So this is one of my favorite numbers, and it goes out to you guys, and it's also goes out to DC, who's also singing his ass off and performing right now.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And I tell you, man, it is not easy work. Everybody thinks it's easy, what guys like us do. But I'm telling you, it's taxing.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So anyway, without any further fanfare, here's a little bit of some of that Sinatra for you.
Go for it.
Thank you all again for hanging out with us at Last Call with Troy Pacelli. We hope you all have a wonderful evening. Get home safe. Don't drink and drive. Wash your ass. Wash your hands. Wash your peen. God bless everyone. Yes, it was my way. I'm not crying, you're crying.
Myself in. Holy cow. Let me. Yeah. So,
switching lines.
No, fair enough. You've inspired me, Tony. I feel like I need to do a song myself. You did Old Blue Eyes. I feel like I need to do a little Dino here. So
Little Dino, there you go.
I am not usually doing the whole I don't usually do the whole live thing music, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So let's
The first part is doing your thing. I'm echoing for some reason.
yes, you are. I need you guys to hold off until the end of the song because you're coming over live. So let's give me a second to sing this song.
Good choice.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper.
That was the musical stylings of Troy Pacelli. Give them a round of applause.
Sorry, let me switch that over. There we go. There we go.
I actually thought the echo worked there with the sound like it was.
Yeah, kind of did. Yeah, with the transatlantic, the echo works.
The acoustics would have handled it. I'm a sound guy first, obviously.
The problem is when I try to do that at the end of the show after I've had double martini, yeah. So I'm probably going to get demonetized on this stream, almost certainly. So guys, anything you can do to support me definitely would be appreciated.
But they are only going to be copyright claims for melodies. Sometimes now, I lucked out with My Way. They are still able to identify it as a cover because it doesn't have like the full band.
Gotcha.
And so I'm able to get away with My Way, but the Don McLean will probably get you at least. You won't be able to monetize the stream, but it's not going to strike your channel.
Guys, seriously. So anything you could do because that AdSense is gone for this stream. So please, if you can support in any way, I would definitely appreciate it. Also, if I have to clip out any of the songs from tonight, you will definitely be able to find them over on the Green Machine. Just saying, please.
Machine, yeah, if you're gonna prune it here if you want to.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to prune it and make that 35 cents.
Yeah, right, exactly.
At the end of the day, you can get away with like one or two streams to have a few copyright claims. It's not going to.
But more importantly, check the description below. I've got my Rumble stream listed there. At least I think I do. Otherwise, you can find me on Last Call at Troy Pacelli over on Rumble. Make sure you're following me there.
Mark Dahley's a fan of his mom was a fan of Dino.
Have I been mispronouncing it all this time? I've been saying Mark Dahley.
It's
Dahley. Mark Dahley?
I think so.
Oh, damn it, Mark. You never corrected me. I didn't know that was a Dean Martin song, and my mother was the biggest Dean Martin fan. Well, in fairness, that's a song that's been done by Dean Martin. It was done by the Mamas and Papas. It was done by a bunch of different people. That particular version, the backing music that I used is definitely from the Dean Martin version. There is a great album. Tony, I don't know if you know this album. There's a song. There's an album called Sleep Warm. It's listed under Dean Martin, but it's Dean Martin with the Frank Sinatra Orchestra.
Yeah.
You know this. You know the album.
Yeah. It's a Rat Pack conglomeration. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's wonderful. My mom inherited the LP from my great uncle Ralph, who served in the Pacific, by the way, during World War II. But he bequeathed that album to my mom. I love that album, and then Netter
it's daily, as in every 24 hours. Okay, then I mispronounced it. I apologize.
Do it daily.
Anytime I see an H, I immediately think it's a drawn A.
So I've been doing okay. Well, this is the problem, it's us trying to. I found the same thing with. I'm not gonna rat out the YouTuber, but there was a YouTuber. There's a Canadian YouTuber who does really great comic book commentary, and she. Well, I just zeroed it in by half, right, by saying she. She does. I realize that a lot of the words that she says she pronounces based on reading and not knowing the pronunciation, and I chuckle a little bit, and I never correct her in the comments because you don't want to do that kind of stuff in public. But anyway, but yeah, that is a great album. Netter got me the CD, and then like I don't know, about half the songs are available out there on the
They're
karaoke.
floating around.
Yeah. But the other half, the ones that I want to do that I can't find online, I patronize somebody on Patreon who's got an AI that strips the the vocals out of music to make your own karaoke, and that's how I do all the Bruce Willis songs that I've got, because there's no fucking karaoke for the Return of Bruno and What Doesn't Kill You Doesn't Make You Stronger. Tony, I don't even know if you even know what I'm talking about when I talk about those Bruce Willis albums.
Bruce Willis did try singing for a little while.
He had 2 albums and then a third that was missing tracks from the other 2. I don't know, man. He had some good songs there. Some of them were covers, some of them were original songs. We did a watch party on my channel for the Return of Bruno. Guys, it's out there on YouTube. Check it out, the Return of Bruno. May I take your order? Bourbon
Mark
rocks.
Dahley in the chat. He says Dino was in Rio Bravo. It was a John Wayne movie, but Dino gets the best story arc, Pilgrim.
Dino's my man. This whole channel is predicated on the whole concept of Dino's shows. He had this
Most
variety
of my music
show.
is Croon Central, but kind of sort of so is DC.
This is what I'm saying. You and me are brothers from another mother, my friend, because you and I are cut from the same cloth. Although I would say that both of us have that in common with Doomcock, I suspect. We chew some of that same ground, and I think all of the people here in my chat kind of dig that same shtick. So, Tony, was there anything you want to plug before we wrap up? Go ahead.
You see, this is the part of the movie where I share my commercial that has all of my
Yeah,
links.
go for it.
And all that stuff. Do we do the one with Rick and Morty attached to it? Nah, we'll just do the normal one. We'll do this one here. Here we go. Hold on. There it is.
I'm listening.
I'm uploading it now. Broadcasting through your television set is the automatically created commercial for your consumption. You may share it when you are ready. I have it queued up. All you gotta do is share it.
Oh, I see. I got it.
Hi, this is Alf here, and
told you we was gonna get some Alf tonight.
Something important. Yeah, a commercial.
Whoa.
That's right, a commercial.
Oh, that's right.
A commercial. Hi, this is Ginger Wolf.
Hi.
She's our resident Black Widow of the Stark of Iron channel, where you'll find parodies, songwriting, voice acting, puppeteering, and a heck of a lot more. Maybe a little pole work, maybe a little fire eating. Maybe, just a little bit. Just a wee bit.
Just like enough to add like a little spice to the pot.
A little spice to the pot. How do you like your chili? Do you like your chili hot?
I eat a little bit of pepper.
I forgot there is a phrase that's coming up. If somebody,
you know what? Go ahead. I know you made the effort. Go ahead.
Let's go ahead and just skip through that.
Just play it.
Cook a hog's ass with a spoon.
All right, skip
So
over.
you like me?
Oh yeah, just like our great Ginger Wolf there.
Yeah.
That's right. So check out the Stark of Iron channel, where Snowed Up wanted a commercial of us. This is what you get.
Yep.
We're totally cutting the last bit.
Stark's Thursday Matinee is our variety show. The Starkcast is our news and review show for pop culture. Stark Stakes will be coming back with Season 2 for online game show entertainment. Reactor Side Chats is a type of Stark party where it's kind of like this. Everybody gets up, has a few drinks, and hangs out. And the Tower After Hours, which is where Troy recently had frequented, is our late show interview program. There are my links for Fizo. And we hope that you all have a wonderful evening. And thank you for having me on. And please subscribe. It helps out little folks like yours truly.
So this brings up the question that I wanted to ask. You know, there comes a point where you've hit it so many times. I got to ask the question. You a big KFC fan?
Big KFC fan. Well, I'm a
Kentucky. I guess, man. Holy crap! You're like all over that. Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I do love me some of that.
It's finger licking good. We just watched.
You see, I tend to, not let my accent out whenever I'm being professional. But
we just recently did a watch party on Big Al Presents till what is it? Till Dawn? Is that the name of the movie? With Lance Hendrick and Bill Paxton. The whole finger licking good. You know, these the vampires.
Yes.
Oh man, good movie. Absolutely. I got to bring it up because I can't read it. It's too small. Dino was great in Rio Bravo. It's John Wayne. Oh yeah, I brought this up previously.
Yeah, I was the one that addressed it.
Mm-hmm.
I got cattle rustling bandits to the left of me, commie pinkos to the right. I'm stuck in the middle with you, Pilgrim.
So if you guys were to go back and look at my earliest last call videos and pay attention to the opening monologue, they're all jokes that are friggin' lifted right off of Dino. Just that's how I got my start, But yeah. So Boomer, I'm sorry. We've already gone a half hour.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
We should probably start wrapping it up because I know you need to work tomorrow.
Oh.
I've already plugged everything that there is to plug. Fuck it. You know what? I'm so proud of this video that I did. If you don't mind, I'm going to do the commercial a second time. Bear with me.
You are watching Last Call, streaming every Friday night at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Come on in, pull up a chair, and have a drink with us.
Tomorrow on Saturday night at the movies, Big Al presents George Hamilton June with Love at First Bite. That's Big Al Presents Films with Friends, Saturday at 9 Central, 10 Eastern on Big Al Presents.
Every Sunday evening, Aged Boomer and Papa Pacelli bring you the rundown of the week's geek news, or at least what they think is interesting. You may have heard about it somewhere else, but Boomer and Pacelli put a spin on it you likely won't hear anywhere else. It's Geeky Geezers, every Sunday evening at 8 Central, 9 Eastern.
This week on Live from Sparkwood and 21, we'll be watching the inscrutable David Lynch film Mulholland Drive. A link to the live stream of the feature will be provided in the chat while the commentary runs on all other platforms. Join us this Tuesday at 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern on Deleted Scenes and Affiliate.
With the destruction of the Clone Masters, Servalan seeks out another method of cloning. Auron. Infecting a pilot from Auron, she then offers a cure, but only so she might land troops on Auron. It's the children of Auron. This Tuesday on Last Call presents Blake 7 at 10 p.m. Central, 11 Eastern.
Yeah.
I'm surprised over here. That is a joke that is often recurred whenever I
well, you know, there's always a first time for somebody, and it's the first time I'm seeing it, and he's absolutely right.
Willie.
Do you remember what his what Alf's actual name was?
Like it stands for alien life form, but I don't remember his full name.
No. I mean
Gordon Shumwick or something like that.
Gordon Shumway. Yes,
Gordon Shumway,
exactly right.
Voiced by the great Paul Fusco.
Yep. And I'm going to throw out another name, and I would love for someone in the chat to recognize. Anyone know what this name is from? Ned Schimmelfinney. Does anyone remember Ned Schimmelfinney? It's okay if you have to use the Googles. Whoever the first one is will get the famous last call no prize.
Ooh.
Who was Ned Schimmelfinney?
Here's the part where I go. Can you repeat that, Alex?
Ned Schimmelfinney for 500, Tony. I am just drunk enough to get into this whole shtick.
Goodness.
The other problem is, and I think you know this, Tony, the chat is like on a 15-second delay from anything we say, so we got to.
That's another reason why I padded it out with the Jeopardy bit.
We got to give them time, right? Exactly.
I'd heard the name before, but I had to Google it to see who it was.
If I don't see anyone in the chat, Netter, you're gonna have to answer that question. You're gonna have to be the nerd.
You need that drum roll.
Netter is the nerd in the class that the teacher goes to because no one else knows the answer, right?
He was one of the Muppets.
That's absolutely true, but she's actually being a little oblique on that one. Does anyone know who Ned Schimmelfinney is?
What, you mean
No.
Lloyd?
Okay. Even with the 15-second delay, you guys.
Doc's neighbor.
Who is it?
Doc's neighbor on Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock.
That has a cat
Fraggle
named
Rock.
Fluffnella.
Yep. Ned Schimmelfinney was one of those characters you don't see, only referenced by Doc in Fraggle Rock. Absolutely. That is
been the better half of 3 decades since I've seen anything Fraggle Rock.
Only reason I remember Fraggle Rock so well, my brother was a huge Fraggle Rock fan. So I actually have all of the Fraggle Rock episodes on DVD.
Oh.
Because I got them for my brother, but he passed away before I had a chance to give it to him. So that's why I have it. So there you go. Sorry, I don't mean to sound like a downer. I'm just sharing with all of you.
Say what happened.
Mark Daly says, I actually took the Jeopardy contest test, but they never asked me to be on the show. You're probably better off. I've heard a lot of stories about people who've been on those game shows, and people don't realize that all the money that you win on those shows, you got to pay the taxes on those up front. And most people don't have the money to do that, so you're pretty much effed. Yeah, that's the way it goes. I don't know, because fuck those people. Tony, anything you wanna talk about or share or pitch or whatever before
I
we
already
end the
rolled
stream?
my commercial, but if you could give my Rick and Morty review video, if you're a fan of Rick and Morty. Old Rick and Morty making fun of new Rick and Morty just dropped. It's only got 10 views. Could use a little bit of love, especially.
Guys, get over to Tony's channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Go to that video he just said. Hit the like button. Do all the things because that's what we do, right? That's what we do. That's what our community does. Together we grow. And Netter and Boomer, I've already done the promos for tonight, so let's just go ahead and wrap this up.
Cool.
Any quick last words, Age of Boomer?
No, like I said, it should be an interesting week coming up with Geeky Geezers and Love at First Bite and all the other great things.
Looking forward to it. Absolutely. Netter, any last thoughts? Any last words?
I love you.
I love you too, and I know that you and I both love the chat.
For anyone who was not at Liquid Lunch, show off your new glass.
Oh yeah. So
I have to do other ones with his new logo.
We're going to redo this with the new logo, but Netter, go back and it was a great review, a great reveal on today's last call.
Liquid Lunch.
Excuse me, Liquid Lunch. Netter tells me while I'm on stream, hey, go check out over at my station. There's a box there. You got to do an unboxing, and I did. And sure enough, she got me a rocks glass with the old channel logo. She is going to get me another one with the new channel logo, and then we're going to publish.
Well, I did drop the link to the merch store in there so people have it.
There you go. So we've got a merch store now.
There is actually a stemless wine glass there with the Netters Network logo on it.
I didn't even know about this stuff. So we're actually going to have to get some of this stuff for ourselves. So guys, go check out our merch. So that's
I'm not even considering a merch line until I hit 2K. You guys are on the ball.
This is what happens when you realize that you are out of work other than YouTube, and you are counting on this for your sustenance. So I am
well aware. I know that.
Yes, I know you are, Tony. You absolutely
are. He has a very ambitious wife.
Yes, I have the benefit of having a partner sitting directly across from me doing all this stuff for me. This is news to me today. I didn't even know that I had a merch store until Netter told me about this while I was on air. This is just, amazing.
So. I want to express my gratitude for the 2 subscribers that I've picked up tonight.
I'm sorry you only got 2, folks.
Thank you.
I hope
my little humble corner of the internet.
I hope that every single one of you, 8 people that are still here.
A lot of them are already subscribed. I know Curtis Selby is.
I hope all of you guys are all already subscribed. Yeah, this is the.
I think Connie is subscribed. I don't know about. I think Mark was my newest subscriber. If I were.
The fact is that a lot of my people already subscribed to you 10 days ago when I.
Yeah,
excuse me, 11 days ago now.
Did see a small uptick, so thank you guys for sticking with it, man. I hope that I provide you the entertainment before the entertainment.
Absolutely, and of course, Age of Boomers dropping, and of course, it's down below in the description. Make sure you subscribe. I'm speaking to all of you people that aren't here right now live, but will be here in the future. Please make sure you subscribe to Tony. He is good people. Like I said, he's got a channel with a shtick that I want to be when I grow up, at least as a channel. So, just saying. So, Tony, stick with us. We got a closing, and then we'll say our goodbyes in the green room. Everyone else, thank you so much. You guys really make this happen, and you guys that are members, you guys are going to see your name there. Because you guys really do finance this. You are the people that make this happen. Thank you all so much. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.
Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.
Hit it, sweetheart.
The neon lights are fading. Closing time is near. Whispers in the corners, secrets shared sincere. The bartender's polishing the final glass. Time slips away like moving through the grass. Last call for alcohol, make your dreams come true. One more round, friends, from me and you. Let's toast to the night, to the stories we've spun. Here's to the laughter and to what's begun. The shadows are dancing as we linger still. Every clink of a glass, a memory to distill. Beneath this smoky haze, our feelings they unfurl. A tapestry of whispers in this corner of the world. The jukebox serenades us with a final tune, crooning to the lonely and the lovers under the moon. With every soft note, the end draws ever near. But in this fleeting moment, there's nothing to fear. Last call for alcohol, make your dreams come true. One more round, friends, for me and you.